Hello and welcome. Tonight we are back on the Marina Bay circuit for the last European race at Singapore Streets this week. We are going with EU1 boys. Before we jump in to the quali, let's quickly check out driver settings. Literally, thank you for letting me know if something wrong with audio. Let me figure it out. It should be fine. That's what I've seen. Anyway, leading the pack is AJ. There is a little bit technical difficulties for me. Robocop is doing this too. That's actually interesting. So AJ is leading the pack with 59 points behind him. Village 10 with 44. Sky Damas with 32. Copper Farm with 30. Jack Hotel with 25. AJ with 24. Taxi with... Okay. Let me check it out. Taxa Canoe with Scandinavians.
Yeah, if they can hear me, fine. Elliot leads in the Ferrari, 59 points. Obviously, 2 wins in 3 races. He didn't participate in race 1. Glitch 10 is in P2, 15 points behind. Don Gomez is in 3rd in the AlphaTauri Honda Red Bull powertrain, 32 points, 27 points behind Aljat. Cooper Fan is next to the Aston Martin, then Jack Hawkey, who is not racing tonight. AJ in 6th, then Kepsey, Jamie James, Brinson, and Kosdong Amo finishes up the top 10. Vise is in 11th, followed by Tom H, who hasn't done well in this season so far in the McLaren, even though his teammates done practically better. Muggy War in 13th, Hendricks in 14th, Jenga in 15th, Offeld is 16th, Kauser in 17th, Albini in 18th, Blacker in 19th, and Gokai in 20th. If you want to switch over to the constructors, I could do that for you as well.
Let's check if my microphone is better right now. So let me hear. Is it better right now? Meanwhile, Caxel, can you carry on the constructors?
Yep. For the constructors, Ferrari leads away. Obviously, 2 wins, 59 points. Then Red Bull in P2. McLaren in P3, then Aston Martin P4. They've moved up 2 positions from last race. Alfa Romeo in P5 moved down 2 places. Alpha Tauri moved down also 2 places in P6. Alpine have moved up 2 places in P7. Mercedes moved down 1. Same as Williams moved down to 1, 8th and 9th. And Haas has stayed where they are with only 2 points.
Okay, it looks like technical difficulties with my microphone is
I think what we could do as well is go through the substitutions for tonight. Don Gomez, Blackout, Vise and Jack isn't participating tonight, so Jones is replacing Don Gomez, Hacker is replacing Blackout, Hilly is replacing Vise, and Borja is replacing Jack Orgy for tonight. So let's see if the EU2 drivers can produce a performance.
Yeah, actually, speaking about EU2 drivers, currently we are going on board with Hako, who won yesterday's race, and he is going to set a benchmark for tonight's evening with first hot lap on the evening, all really close to the wall, close to the contact. A little bit too wide out of turn, I believe it's turn 8.
Yeah, and Kauser again having difficulties with with Austria. He had difficulties, and now here he's having more difficulties.
Hako just passed the most challenging part of the track, the bridge section, heading to end of sector 2. The result is 1:04.5, so that will be pretty decent time. Yesterday he had some problems during qualifying session, but now he is determined to get a clean one. Mercedes in front of him, hope he won't. Oh, he was too far to impede the lap for Hako. It's 29.4, So not that bad lap at all. Behind him Orfeld with 29.6, Borja with 30.3. And I'm just wondering how Borja is driving for Alfa Romeo. Shouldn't he be supposed to drive for Red Bull? Gokai meanwhile with 28.4 with new fastest lap, I believe. No, it's not Mugiwar, is it Aspec? Yes, it is Aspec crossing the line with 29.6, and it's currently P4 for Williams driver because Glitched Hen with 28.8 is placed as second driver on the grid at this point. Let's try to find someone on the hot lap. PW Jones invalidated his lap. So Chile actually just started his one. Mugiwar is heading to the line, 29.064 with P3 at the moment. Jimi Hendrix on this medium tires, completing his first attempt. We see yellow flags in sector 3. It's 31.2 for Mercedes driver. We've seen Healy, Albini maybe. Albini crossing through the bridge section, most challenging part of the track, I do believe.
Yeah, through the Anderson Bridge, I was doing practice earlier, and you can spin on that curb, the left-handed curb before you head into the right, into the hairpin of the Anderson Bridge. You have to be careful through that. It is a flat-out corner, but you just have to have the best grip possible through there. And obviously, the humidity is high around the Marina Bay circuit, so also tyres are going to be a big issue here. Try not to overheat them too much on the outlap you have. But Albini crosses the line.
It's 29.383 P4 for Alpine. Let's quickly jump who it might be. Healy with P3, 28.868. Mugiwar with 29.0. Copperfan just started his lap. Bryson surprisingly...
The championship leader.
Yeah.
The championship leader has invalidated his lap, so I'm assuming he'll have to go again, unless he's just doing a lap to just see what his benchmark would have been to see what his pace is like.
Yeah, I do believe that Tom is on the hot lap, below 104 after the second sector, so he is flying. Good lamp is coming. Yellow flags in sector 3, that's just slow moving Mercedes. And Tom with P4 28.9, so actually fourth driver below 29s. He's letting pass, I do believe it was Williams around. Was it Mugiwar? Yes, it was Mugiwar. But he just started his lap, so let's try to find someone on actual hot lap. Agent is retiring from the session.
He's off. Let me send him an invite and see what's happened.
I
was about to say,
he crashed because we see yellow flags on the hairpin at turn 3, and there is red dots on the minimap, so I do believe it's a Elliot's car. Meanwhile, Copperfan with 28.461, placing a new fastest lap of this evening.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think best for qualifying doing 3 runs. So do a run early, get into the pits, go straight back out afterwards, and then go back into the pits after your second run, and then obviously go for your final run.
Bryson meanwhile heading the line 29.969. It's only P11 for Mercedes driver. Donano just started his lap. How about PW Jones? Barely in front of him. Calzo is in pit lane. What about seconds? Haas, Orfeld just finished his lap. I do believe. No, he just started the lap. Mercedes is heading to the pit lane. No, another lap for Mercedes. So I do believe it's Jimmy. Yes, it's Jimi Hendrix. Another run on quite used medium compound right now. So I believe he is just practicing. Also, another problems with connection. Well, let's stick with PW Jones, who is heading through sector 3. And 3 turns to go. Actually 4, but 1 is double. And what time PW Jones will be able to set? It's 29.583 P10, just behind his teammate. So pretty decent qualifying session for reserving boys tonight. Kepsi heading through sector 2. Game showing us that he set it up a purple sector 1.
Yeah, he is a fast driver in qualifying. Unfortunately, he hasn't been performing the races that we expected Kepsi to deliver, especially when it's on this qualifying run. He did lift through that curb there, going onto the Anderson Bridge now, through the hairpin. Obviously, second gear, you could short shift into third, try and get the traction. Best he's trying to get the slipstream off that Rebel. I'm assuming that was Jamie James.
No, it
As he
wasn't Jamie
heads
James,
into the
because
next.
Jamie James just
It was
started his
AJ.
lap, so it was AJ.
I know
Kepsi,
he's using that wide line going into the chicane as
last
well, so...
heartbreaking zone for Alpine of Kepsi, and what we will see by him, 27.28, 29.066, that's P7 for Alpine of Kepsi.
Yeah, he short shifted into 7th through the final corner. That he lost loads of speed through there. He's also taking tighter lines and wider lines. You need to hug that wall through that new section of the track, that little kink. Yeah, I think he needs to improve on his
Jamie
second
James
run,
with
obviously.
problems. He's lost the traction over the bridge, so he is just decided to abandon his lap. Borja with lap invalidated. I do see Ferrari, but he head to the pit lane. So how about Kaz? Kaz is still in pit lane. Second Haas is making yellow flags. Tom and Glitched Hen on the outlaps. Kepsi just finished his lap. AJ doesn't look like he might be on the hot lap.
Yeah, he is. He's 100th down on his lap, so Sector 2 needs to be good and
36
mighty. He's
milliseconds
500.
as well, and he invalidated the lap,
Yeah,
going just
that
a bit too
corner.
wide. And I do believe that I just missed something, and Borja shouldn't be driving for Red Bull tonight, because it looks like Jimmy James and AJ are main Red Bull drivers. Albini losing a lot of time, so he is not on the fast lap. So let's head. Who is first? Glitched Hen? Yes, Glitched Hen is first of McLaren's on the hot laps. Tom H is retiring from the session. Oh, too deep onto turn 8, and he lost his car over there. So Tom won't be able to improve his lap. So
I don't know why Glitch is out. Glitch needs to pit now. He can't be finishing off his lap. Yeah, that was
Glitch
expected.
is going. Was it Hilly who was spinning around in front of him? Yes, it was. You see yellow flags around Don Ano. No, it's Ammo actually. A little bit of wiggle of his rear end out of turn 8. see yellow flags. That's because of Alpha Tauri, I do believe, in Sector 2. Dynamo is going to finish second sector, 104.6, so that won't be a top lap for Alfa Romeo driver. Looks like, is it Bryson? No, it's not Bryson, it's Jimi Hendrix, but Jimmy is on the out lap. So let's take, Dynamo is heading to the pit lane. Bryson is crossing the line after his second run. Improvement by almost half a second, and it's P13 for Merc driver. Mugiwar with lap invalidated, but I do believe he is starting proper one right now. Healy is heading to the pit lane. Orfeld on the out lap. I did see Red Bull on the lap. It's Jamie James, but with lap invalidated, Healy decided to retire from the session as well. Oh, and huge crash! It was Alpha Tauri. It was Alpha Tauri. Was it PW Johnson? No, it was Hako. Completely lost his front wing after too aggressive exit out of the final chicane.
Yeah, I got some information on Elliot. The reason why he left was because his game has put him on forced assist, so all his assists are on, which is unfortunate. It means that he has to deal with it through the whole of this session now, or he cannot race at all. That is up to him. Obviously, he can catch up easy in the championship. He just needs to perform extremely well.
Now we did see interesting situation because Gökay is on the hot lap, and in front of him, I do believe it's Borja. No, it's not Borja. It's John Amel on the out lap, and he looks like he is impending the lap for Ferrari.
Yeah, I think he was there.
But Ferrari looks like he's not deploying. His red light is flashing.
Yeah, he won't be on this lap then, so it will be fine then.
Yeah, but he's still really stacked to not Alfa Romeo. Meanwhile, Albanian Glitched Hand decided to retire from session. Wondering what is going on with them. Kepsi in the third sector with improvement. Hako retiring from the session. Aspect with lap invalidated. AJ improved himself to P8. Kepsi improving himself to P3. Oh, I know why they are retiring from the session. It is raining.
Is it?
Yes,
it is.
I just noticed that when I seen the paddock buildings.
I can see it now. I can see his small raindrop spitting, going into the hairpin. So obviously AJ isn't on a lap.
Orfeld is losing a lot. PW Jones abandoning his lap, heading to the pit lane. So I do believe
Cooper's doing a lap. Cooper's doing a lap. So let's see how the grip is on Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper will be leading anyway.
Oh no, he's avoided. So that means Cooper's on pole.
Yeah, Cooper's on pole. Gökay on P2. Kepsi and Aspect, that's our second row. Albanian Glitched Hand in third row. Hilly and AJ for fourth row. Fifth row is Tom and Mugiwar. Jamie James and Orfeld in sixth row. PW Johnson Hako, seventh row for reserving boys tonight. Bryson and Borja, it's our eighth row. Orfeld disqualified, so he dropped to P20.
Oh. What did he do?
That means Borja and Jimi Hendrix will be in 8th row, Ajit and Calzo in 9th row, and Don Amo without a lap time and Orfeld starting last because he's been disqualified. And look how fast the track looks like for start of intermediate condition. DRS is disabled right now.
Oh, because Orfeld was going the wrong way, so he might have spun at the Addison Bridge, and he had to go all the way down that Addison Bridge and have to do a 360. But before he could have done that 360, he
He
got
gets
disqualified because obviously you can't reset the track in this league, which makes it 10 times worse for you.
So we've seen a bit of rain drama. I do believe it's better now than in race like we had yesterday during EU2 session. So,
Yeah, 20.
so what is our predictions for tonight's race? That's the question.
I think we'll let the Twitch chat talk to that about themselves, but I think for the race win, Aljat won't be able to get it in my opinion. He will be doing a lot of work, and especially with everyone staying close, you cannot undercut or overcut in this race because obviously in real life F1 2023 it was very hard to undercut or overcut. I think Cooper or Gokai has a good opportunity to win the race, but I think someone from the midfield could come up and just magically win it.
So I will say that Gokai will win the race. Cooper will be on P2, and Elliot will go through the field and will be around top 5.
Yeah, I think he needs to overtake, I think, 3 cars per lap for him to get himself into a good position. If he's P5 by the time of the first 10 laps, he might win this, Elliot.
Well, I mean, he has a stunning pace, but I don't think his pace will be that stunning.
Yeah. But we don't know how people's pace is like yet in Singapore. It's kind of been blind so far.
It looks like race start will be dry. Drivers will be pleased about this.
I'm just seeing if is it? I'm just asking the EU1 chat to see if it's raining during the race.
I mean, Jimi Hendrix just posted on Twitch chat that anyone can win with 4 safety cars.
It is true. Oh, it isn't raining. It's a dry race.
Dry race. Plenty of drivers around there will be happy about this. And I see plenty of supporters for Hako and PW Jones over here. But we are 5 lights. They are gone and away we go. Mookie War with drive-through penalty for jumping the start.
And Jamie James as well. As Kepsi tries to runs it around the outside as Cooper leads into turn 1. Gokai in P2, Aspect and Kepsi are going wheel to wheel, going through into Soviet Boulevard. We go now.
They're really close between them, 2 wide to turn 5. Aspect is dropping the places. He dropped behind Albini Glitchcan. AJ is also overtaking him.
That's contact, I can tell. Glitch going wide, but that means AJ could whip it round the outside. Will AJ trying to go for the switchback? No, he won't. And someone's in the wall.
Tom H is firing. And it's full cost safety car. Yeah, I seen the McLaren is going to the wall. I was pretty sure that it was only end plate loss or just severe wing damage, but it looks like I was wrong.
He needed this race to be so good for him, and as soon as we say that, as soon as I said that it was going to be a good race for him, commentator's curse hits, and he has crashed on lap 1. I can hear him in the voice chat already screaming and shouting. Unfortunate for Tom. And he hasn't practiced as well, so...
Meanwhile, Ajet managed to promote himself to P14 after the start. So it's a good moment to check the position changes. Ajet and Hako and Bryson, all three of them with 4 position gain. Jamie James with 5 position loss, Aspect with 3. But thing is interesting as the most is the tire strategy. So Healy on P8, Hako on P9, PW Jones on P12, Borja on P13, Ajet on P14, Orfeld on P17, John Anno on P18, and Calzo on P19 with hard compounds, rest of the grid with mediums. So I do believe it's half half of the grid on hards, half of the grid on mediums.
While we're under safety car, I can plug over the Discord if you guys want to join. Obviously, you can become a reserve today through American, Oceania, or European tiers. If you don't want to race, we still do social races, open lobbies as well, practically every day. If you guys want to join up on that, we are a nice community. We don't make anyone not welcome. We always make everyone welcome. So if anyone here wants to join the league, then you are up to grabs.
Also, one of the drivers will hate me for that, but we do have one driver who looks basically exactly the same like Pierre Gasly.
Let me just invite Calzo real quick. There we go. So obviously no pit stop so far. It's only lap 1. So I want to see what happened with Tom. I don't know if Tom got hit from behind. He's texting in the EU1 group chat at the moment.
Yes,
I don't know if he got hit from behind or something.
Sid confirmed that he got pulled into the wall. Oh, apologies for that. That was by mistake. My controller just, decided to disconnect randomly.
Yeah, it was confirmed. Yeah, he got punted at the. He got punted from the back. I'm gonna ask for his clip. I'm gonna check it out myself and see who's at fault there. But I don't know who was behind him. I think it was someone like Borja or PW Jones who was behind him.
Jamie James is
Jamie
heading
James
to the
into the pit.
Quite
He
late
is serving his
call.
drive-through.
No, he can't serve.
Drive.
He can't do
Ah.
this during the safety car. So it was just a strategy pit stop.
Or it might have, or it might have been he thought he could have done it on the safety car, but he couldn't, and it's ruined his race even more. He would have to do a 2-stop strategy now.
Kauza with another connection problems. Unlucky for him.
Yeah, I think Calzo's issues 2 weeks in a row now. I don't know what's happening with his F1. We told him to reinstall the game. I think he's done that. So, see if this issue continues. He did say he was going to leave the league. It was unfortunate for him. He is a good driver, in my opinion. He is fast and dominant. But unfortunately, it's not working out for him. EA servers not doing well.
Yeah, but catching the moment that we have a safety car period. What do you think about both of free practice results for upcoming Bahrain Grand Prix?
Oh, I mean, safety car's in the steps, so I've got to speak quickly. Red Bull, I feel like they're sandbagging at the moment. Mercedes obviously doing well at the moment. The side pulls are now working in use, no longer the 0 side pulls in the Mercedes. The Cash App RB is doing pretty well as well, same as the Saubers are a bit in the middle of the pack. They've moved up to the midfield, but overall I think it could be a Red Bull, Cash App RB and a Mercedes title race this season, in my opinion.
I mean, I do believe that it might be another easy season for Max, but not that easy for Red Bull themselves.
Yeah, in the constructors wise, I think Max is still going to get the championship, but I think someone else might take the
And
constructors.
Copperfan decided to pull away quite early.
And it has worked for him, as some drivers, I think they're going wheel to wheel into turn one. No,
Watching the
they're not. No
totals,
one
no,
is,
it's
except
not.
Calzo's AI and Don Ammo is. And I think Albini's going to try and set a move
Jamie
up
James
on his
is overtaking
teammate, Kepsi.
Calzo. Yeah, for now it's a really great race for Alpine boys. Gyokai is taking the
Oh, look at
lead
this.
on Copperfan. He went from to the outside on braking to turn 6, and it works for him well.
And the bad thing about this now is Cooper's in the dirty air. His tyres will start to overheat from staying behind the other driver. So obviously being a P1, having the fresh air, your tyres won't overheat. You could conserve those tyres. I think that's what Cooper was doing. And Goku was like, I'm never going to have that. I'm going to go for the move and not overheat my tyres. So now it's Cooper who's in danger of overheating his tyres, as he's going to try and come back out of Anderson Bridge.
And worth to notice that it looks like they are pulling away from Alpino Kepsi on P3. Kepsi is almost 1 second behind them. Orfeld is overtaking Jimi Hendrix for P15. They're still going side by side.
It's going to be very tight going into the chicane now. It is a good overtaking zone. Now they have touched. Hendrix has to go a bit off the track. Are they going wheel to wheel into the final corner? They might be.
Mugiwara losing a couple of positions. He's heading to the pit lane. I do believe it's serving his drive-through penalty.
I'm assuming so as well. Same as Jamie James, who also has, I think that was a 3-second type penalty for exceeding track limits.
And to be honest, I didn't notice that. We will get a confirmation as soon as they will leave the pit lane. Meanwhile, PW Jones and Ajet fighting for P11. Ajet is in front of Alpha Tauri.
And this is what Aljat needs in this race, having the pace and going through the grid. So if he does that, it will be comfortably for the win in his hands. So in next car ahead is Brinson. If he overtakes him in this lap or next lap, he could be in contention for a podium or
we had
P1.
One lap of racing until this point, and Ajet is already on P11. That's stunning pace for a Ferrari driver.
And he's already catching up to Brinson at a pack of notch. He's already made up about a tenth or two on him in this second sector. He has set a purple sector 2 as well, which helps him out.
Yeah, purple sector 2. Before that, he reached the purple sector 1 as well. So he is flying.
I think Cooper's going to set up a move here into turn 1 as he's now 2 tenths behind Gokai.
This lap.
So this will help Cooper as well.
Ajet with new fastest lap of the race on this hard compound. And now there will be a first bigger chance for Copperfan to make an attempt on the move on leading Gokai and retake the lead, but I do believe he's a bit too far to do this. Gokai is defending really well. Aspect is overtaking AJ for P6. They're going side by side. AJ was pulled a bit too wide.
Obviously, the bad thing about that is, if you get pushed wide, you can get exceeded track limits as well, even though you weren't the even though you didn't go off on purpose. So that makes it even worse for the driver.
Yeah, but because of that fighting, they are out of DRS on 5th McLaren of Glitched Hen. So that will complicate things a bit, especially for Aspect, because AJ behind him now have that DRS advantage. Copperfan is closing up again to Gokai. Let's see, will he be able to make a move onto turn 1? He's lifting a bit more comparing to Ferrari in front of him on the last turn, so he will be too far to make a move here. But another
obviously, you're going to see Sorry, Panda. You're going to see loads of drivers on the straights putting out on the driver. They're not making a move. They're trying to cool those tyres down. Because I'm looking at Aljak's POV. His rears are at 102 degrees and his fronts are almost at 100 degrees. So obviously you've got to see drivers starting to pull out off the racing line to just cool that engine down, to cool the tyres down. As we talk about Elliott, he is going to make a move out of the boulevard straight, and he makes the move. And he has made up into P10. He's now made 1 championship point plus the other one for the fastest lap if the race ended there.
Yeah, a little bit in front of him. Hako is really close to Hilly. They had a little battle yesterday.
Yeah, this could be good for Hako if he can make a move somewhere soon. I thought he was going to go down the inside there of Hilly there, as now he's going to try out of the Anderson Bridge straight, as there is a sector 2.
He is facing wrong way.
Oh, that's going to be a safety car. That is front wing on the track.
Yes,
yep, I
and
knew
it is
it.
full cost safety car.
So he's done the exact same thing that he did in qualifying, I think. But this time that's going to be a bit dangerous for that if he wasn't ghosted. But for this, he's now.
No pit stop entries, it looks
drove
like.
straight into the bridge. He drove straight into the bridge because obviously
they are
you can't...
heading to the pit lane. Hako, Elliott, Bryson, PW Jones, all of them heading to the pit lane. They were on
doing
hards, all of them, I do believe.
You are doing at least 19 laps on mediums, which should be enough to the end of this race.
Hako
and there is a double stack here at Alpha Tauri as well.
Yeah, Hako for mediums, Elliott for mediums, Bryson for fresh hards, PW Jones for mediums, Jimi Hendrix, interesting call for soft compound.
He will get up to lap 18 on that.
Mugiwar
lap
decided
18.
to go to the pit lane, wondering what happened to them.
I think Hendrix's tyres safety car might come in about lap 10, so we could go up to lap 20 on those, and then possibly box for another pair of softs to do 11 more laps on those soft compound tyres.
I do believe he might be struggling at lap 17, 18 maybe. So maybe he will pull to the softs, and if we won't see another safety car, he will be carrying on last stint on mediums. Donamo actually moved back to P10. So a little lucky with safety cars for Alfa Romeo driver.
Oh no, I just saw the clip with Tom. That is what happened was Hako bumped into him outside the boulevard straight, and then he just dive bombed him down the inside into the next corner, and he's just punted him right into the wall. So Hako will get a penalty for that for sure. That is dangerous driving. I think personally that was I've seen how Hako drives, and that is not the Hako that I've seen in many open races with Ricky. So obviously that is really dangerous of Hako there. That might be a really bad penalty and penalty points, or it might possibly be a race ban.
Let's leave the penalties things for the stewards.
Yeah, as no one from the top 10, I think, have pitted. Everyone else has, so they will have the best advantage.
Yes, even no one out of top 11 has pitted.
Yeah. So all of them will be in dangerous zone there, but obviously getting on the fresh tyres, on fresher tyres, they'll manage to progress through the field again. But obviously, if you have Elliott, going to be what, net P2 at the moment. That'll be bad. Hako is net P1 at the moment.
Yes, but overtaking at this track it's for most of the drivers not the easiest job you can do.
Yeah.
Safety car in this lap. A little bit of the gap. Elliott is slowing down a bit. For a moment he had almost 2-second loss to Hako. Now when Gyokai will decide to pull out, we see Kepsi is weaving to hit up his tires. And Gyokai is driving really slow through last chicane. He's still waiting.
Oh, he's not allowed to do that. He's throttling, braking. That's not allowed. Oh, he's gone into the pits there. Oh, someone's just front wing. That's Glitch. Glitch is massive crash at the back.
Jamie James is retiring
massive
from
crash.
the session. Mugiwar was a victim of that as well. Donamo, Albini and AJ to the pit lane.
What on earth is EU1 tonight? That was an absolute monstrous crash.
Another full cost safety car. So
I need to...
really fortunate call for bottom 3 drivers at the moment.
That is all Gokai's fault. He's throttling and braking. You're allowed to keep a consistent speed, but when I went on board with him, throttling braking isn't allowed.
I wasn't onboarding him, but he was driving slow all the time.
I think AJ was part of that as well. I'm not sure. I think AJ might have just spun. Aljack's missing his whole front wing, same as Hako, who was meant to be net P1 and P2, and now that's
Hako
happened.
lost the positions to PW Jones, to Jimi Hendrix, to Bryson. That's for sure.
So there's going to be a busy pit lane at the end of this lap. That was... what the hell? Unfortunately for Jamie and Muggy, they had a drive-through penalty and then they've retired because of something. I just want to see their clips, to be fair.
Yokai is heading to the pit lane. Copperfan decided to stay out. Kepsi is heading to the pit lane as well. Glitchhen doing the same as his opponents.
Yeah, he'll be having a front wing change though.
Both
He
Mercedes
did
boys
hit
heading
someone.
to the pit lane, so they will stack a bit. Agent is heading to the pit lane as well. And what are they doing? Gyokai for fresh hearts, so is Kepsi and Glitchhen. Hako for fresh mediums. Albini on that one lap old mediums, promoting himself to P9. Jimi Hendrix on fresh hearts, Hako on fresh mediums, Agent on fresh mediums, and Bryson on fresh mediums as well.
That was just open lobbies at the next level. What on earth happened? Someone from the midfield must have had loads of oversteer at the final corner. Because everyone
really
else have
close
oversteer and
contact
he was
between
spinning.
Aspect and Copperfan. Aspect is trying to do 2022 Max Verstappen on Copperfan.
Which isn't allowed. So he could get a penalty for that.
Isn't allowed for sure. And to be honest, do I see its Calzo car is ghosting? So he's still driven by AI. That means he will be not counted for the race results. So it looks like AJ is now for the final point of the race.
Thank God Cooper's doing the restart this time, because Gokai, that was really, really dangerous. I've got a POV of a driver who was part of that collision. Just gonna check what happened on my phone. Yeah, oh, so... Yeah, Gokai's brake checked the whole pack, and that's caused everyone else to brake, and Muggy's just slammed right into someone.
That's really unfortunate. It looks like another really busy week for our stewards.
Yeah, I think they need to be more strict on safety car restarts, because that isn't the first time it's happened. Obviously, last week, where were we last week?
At Austria.
Yeah, Austria. I think that happened. The exact same thing happened in Austria, didn't it? Or somewhere near there. No, it was Zandvoort. It happened actually. I think I was commentating with you then at Zandvoort, unless it was me and Brooksy. I think it was me and Brooksy.
Yeah, it was probably
yeah,
you and Brooksy,
Zandvoort.
because I was finishing work quite late and was unable to
Yeah.
be at home in time.
Yeah, if Brooksy is in the chat, you can agree. In Zandvoort, the exact same thing happened, and loads of people got damage off that. They need to be more strict on these safety car rules.
Their
Contest of speed.
safety car rules are quite strict, but it looks like some of the drivers just didn't read the update of the rules.
Have they done it through? I haven't actually
We
checked
have
the rules.
confirmation that safety car will be in this lap. Now Gyokai is the one who's quite far back. He close to the field. Elliot is over 2 seconds behind Hako. He's closing in. No, he's not. He's actually going really slow.
But hopefully, I think Cooper going now, mate. Honestly, like you will keep it. You will keep the leader to turn one, my friend. Just make sure you don't break that.
And he is going just before the entry of last turn.
Yeah, but everyone's safe through there. So 70 cars racing now to the checker flag. Hopefully, if there is no more safety cars, this is, I think, the first safety car of this evening. So
Orfeld
let's
is
see who's
overtaking
making a
Borja
move.
for P4. Gokai is making a move on Kalzo. Kalzo is losing plenty of positions. He lost 4 positions.
Yeah, he's an AI. He's an AI.
Glitchcan is overtaking him as well. Kalzo losing the position. Agent is fighting with Hako. They are side by side. Though there was a minor contact between of them. They are passing, ghosting Kalzo.
I think Glitch is going to make a move on AJ in a sec.
And Healy is losing positions like crazy.
Yeah, which means Glitch can't make the move on AJ, but he is on a good charge to overtake AJ now. He is
Hako is
3 turns
re-overtaking
behind him.
Elliot for P13.
Oh, Albini go. The next straight now.
Oh,
That's all they have.
They touched quite hard.
Around the outside goes Gokai. Will he be able to make the move? Obviously, he's trying to stick it.
He's falling down a bit. Didn't want it to. I do believe that was track limits. Meanwhile, Elliot is losing another position. This time, Jimi Hendrix managed to overtake him. A little bit of contact between them.
And Hendrix now is losing a position to Elliot now, as now they head into the Soviet Boulevard.
Elliot is letting him regain the position. I do believe he decided to let him pass again. Hako overtaking Dynamo for P11. Elliot and Bryson are fighting again. swapping positions. Elliott is going to the inside. What a move by Ferrari driver onto turn 9. Meanwhile, PW Jones is on P4, out of DRS on leading 3.
Ooh! All fell, almost hits Cooper going into the Anderson Bridge. Now it's a 3-car battle for the lead of the race. Aspect was trying to make that move, that all felt tried on Cooper, reasonable, trying to make ground off it. But now, them three are going to go all the way to the chicane now, and Orfeld is all over the back of Cooper as
Four
they
wide
head
between
into the chicane now.
and Borja and AJ. Borja is dropping back. AJ heading to P8, swapping positions with Glitched Hen. They're still side by side. DRS enabled this lap.
Orfeld's making the move on Cooper now down the inside into turn 1, and Orfeld has made the move, but obviously now Cooper will have the DRS going through Soda Boulevard now, as now they head left-handed to turn 2 and into turn 3 we go now.
Glitched Hen, first victim of the track limits penalties of tonight.
So that is really rare, well not really rare, it is rare to get track limits, but Cooper can't even make a move going into turn 6. Now, Orfeld has the lead of the race. Has he boxed yet? Let me check that real quick. I don't think he has. He has boxed.
He has boxed,
and
yes.
Cooper needs to box as well, so he'll be moving all the way to the rear of the field now.
Yeah,
he needs to box
got
this lap.
Way fresher tires, 7-lap old mediums comparing to 14-lap old mediums, as Copperfan and Aspect have, and they will be under the pressure from PW Jones because he has fresher tires as well. Hako is overtaking Glitched Hen for P9. It looks like he dived onto the inside on the hairpin. Glitched Hen is taking position back. They are side by side. There was a contact. Elliott was nearly hitting them from behind because they were driving really slow.
I think Glitch has got some kind of wing damage on his car because he's driving incredibly slow. He's practiced a lot this weekend, so he must have at least some pace. He's carrying on though, so he must have a line.
Hako is making another attempt of the move on Glitched Hen, trying from the inside to turn 1, but Glitched Hen is ahead now through turn 3. Hako is taking position, but Glitched Hen is re-overtaking him before turn 5. They're 3 wide.
And this is holding up Elliott.
Elliott
now is going to try and make a move.
Hako, and he's diving to the inside. It looks like he will be in front. Glitched Hen going a bit wide through turn 6. A little bit of contact between Glitched Hen and Hako onto turn 8, going through turn 9. No more interactions between them. Orfeld, meanwhile, over 3 seconds in front of Copperfan. Alpini is trying to the inside on the hairpin to overtake Aspect for P3, and he is in front. Borja retiring from the session.
Oh, this is so good for Cooper.
Another victim of the bridge. And we
so Cooper needs to box. He needs to box this lap. If he wants any chance to winning this race, he needs to box and be extremely aggressive. He can go into the softs, I think, possibly, because safety car won't come in till about lap 21 to 22. So if he does go for the softs, it will be a good strategy call because the hards will not suit you well.
To be honest, way better call will be dive in for fresh mediums.
Well, so you can't because he's already started on the medium. So
Glitched Hen with
looks
5
like it's
seconds
the hards.
penalty. Hako with 5 seconds penalty. All of both of them because of speeding in pit lane. Orfeld on fresh mediums. Copperfan and Aspect on fresh hards. PW Johnson, Gokai on fresh mediums. Jimi Hendrix and Glitched Hen on fresh mediums. Hako on 3-lap old mediums, it looks like. Calzo and Healy on fresh mediums. Donamo is on 1-lap old mediums. He just boxed before the safety car.
Yeah, Hako has now hit both McLarens tonight now.
So currently Orfeld is net P1, but he needs to manage to overtake Bryson, Elliott, AJ, Kepsi and Albini. They all are really fast drivers, and it won't be easy job for a Haas driver.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I do believe it is fourth safety car.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
And
So
five.
Orfeld could be. I'm just thinking. Orfeld could be net P1. If P1 to P5 pit, if they don't pit, they will be in a dangerous zone where they could be easily overtaken. But obviously, Elliot, he could make up ground here and get P1, depending on how his pace is on these. I think it's 7 laps, six laps on those mediums.
And that's huge question mark, but we all know that Elliott got a huge pace. I do believe safety car restart will be after this lap, because Dynamo and Healy are closing to the field. Oh, actually, Healy is deciding to pit once again. What is Aston Martin reserve driver planning to do? He's just going for another fresh set of mediums. And it actually might extend the safety car period for another lap. Because this one, it was Borgia who spans out at the bridge section.
Yeah, they've got Jammy Jam's POV. He would have survived that crash if he swerved left and just full throttled it. But obviously, yeah,
I mean,
Gokai is just at fault there.
it is hard to be calm when you see that someone in front of you is crashing. It's, I do believe, matter of luck, not anything else. Now Healy is quite far behind the pack, so safety car will be extended, I do believe, for another lap.
Which could help those people who could is anyone on the softs? I don't think they are.
No, I didn't notice anyone on softs. No, no one is
So
on
everyone,
softs.
everyone has pitiful fresh tyres, but the top 5. So the top 5s might be suffering, especially the ones on the hards.
Yeah, but it's fair to notice that they have 7 or 8 lap old tires, and they were racing at these tires by how many? 2 laps maybe? Rest of the was the safety car period.
Oh, Hendricks on the softs.
Oh, Jimmy is still on the softs?
No, he's just boxed for softs.
He just boxed, okay. Brave call for the Mercedes driver, especially that I don't think that safety car will be extended for another lap. So he will have to handle 12 laps by these softs, and as I've spoken with a couple of drivers, softs just doesn't work on during the race at this specific track.
Yeah, so we just gotta see what can happen for the rest of this race. If safety car maybe comes in this lap, they will have 11 lap, the new runners to get back to the front.
Actually, that will be 12 laps.
Yeah, 12 laps. I mean, so it could be possible. Couldn't. It could be. It couldn't be. Yeah.
So now I'm wondering who is better called follow. It will be Elliott or Orfeld. Safety car in this lap, we have confirmation about this. And there's 12 laps of racing to come. And actually, interesting strategy by Elliott, because he is falling down quite a lot. Albini looks like he pulled out already. And Elliott
Now they're ready.
is making a move on AJ. Already promoting for P3. Oh, there was a contact. Bryson is out of the race.
Oh.
Bryson is
Don't tell me
out
another
of the
safety car.
race. Orfeld with problems. I do believe they collided. Yes,
Oh,
Orfeld is
come
missing
on, guys.
front wing, and it's 5th safety car of the evening. But the good thing is that we won't be able to see any more safety cars tonight.
Hopefully not. What? Come on, guys. This is EU1. We should expect better from this, in my opinion. But Orfeld now down to last. I think he must have made contact with Brinson then.
Yes,
I'm
Orfeld
just
is
gonna
missing
check.
front wing.
Oh, now's Orfeld gonna possibly win a race here. So now they can box for the softs. I think softs are the way to go now for the rest of this race. And if they do, Elliott will be in high territory for that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that plenty of drivers will disagree with you and will say that fresh mediums, if someone have ones, will be way better call comparing to softs. Poor Mati missed another incident.
Yeah, 5 safety cars, the max you can have as well.
Yeah, but to be honest, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 DNFs. Albini is heading to the pit lane, so Kepsi is taking the lead.
Come on, softs.
It is
Give me the softs.
strategy call for Alpine driver, and it is softs. Copper fan in pit lane as well.
So people weren't listening to me for the first time this race.
Orfeld heading to the pit lane. Definitely the driver needs to get a new front wing.
Tom, I agree with you there. Tom put, we actually think we've done more safety car laps than racing laps today.
Yeah, that is possible. I mean, at least in EU3, last safety car was on lap 15.
Hopefully I'm back, luckily I'm back next week. If you guys want to see that, EU3, I think Tuesdays, 9 PM, you can see me, Katzel, back in action for my first full race of the season. Hopefully I can pull off a blinder, and what Matty said, I think Matty's in the chat, it will be a head start apparently for the rest of the drivers, and yeah, hopefully me and you can race cleanly, more clean than whatever EU1 was tonight.
I mean, well, our race was, let's say, questionable as well, so...
Yeah, just hopefully Monza will be good.
Yes.
My first ever league race win was at Monza in F1 22 in a different league.
Yeah,
so maybe I can get a win this time.
To be honest, because Jimon is asking how many safety cars we had so far. I do believe it is 5th one, but it might be 4th one, because we have 5 DNFs, and 2 DNFs happened under 1 safety car after the restart, so...
No, because there was a safety car because Orfeld, I think it was Orfeld, he lost his front wing at Anderson Bridge.
Oh yes, it is.
And that caused a safety car.
Yes,
yeah, 5.
You're right, so it is 5th safety car, so no more safety cars
So if we do the maths here, we know what
And
three laps.
Orfeld with 5
The
seconds
penalty.
penalty for speeding in pit lane.
But if we do the maths here, how many laps is it on the safety? Three laps on the safety
3
car.
laps of the safety car, so that will be 15 laps under the safety car. We're driving through lap 22, so we had more or less 7 laps of racing.
Phew, guys, come on.
And we'll be
Ricky's not going to be happy about this.
will be like about 9 laps to go after safety car restart. No, actually 8, so we'll be... No, we will have 1 more lap of racing comparing to safety car period. But worry not, boys, we still have virtual ones.
Yeah, you always get a virtual. That might last about a lap, half a lap. But overall, 15 laps under safety car, that must be boring for the drivers. I mean, Singapore's a tight track, it's narrow. Good overtaking as well here. It's a wide track as well at the same time. It's like in the mix of it.
We have
Safety car
confirmation
comes in
safety
this
car
lap.
after this lap, so we will have
Yeah, and
8 lap of racing.
yeah, I was about to say narrow track, and it's easy to make contact, easy for everything else. Hopefully Kepsi goes early, but obviously he doesn't want to go early because Aljat's right behind him there. But Albini P13, he will get a good one here if he can make up some positions.
Yeah, huge problems for Hako and Glitchhen, who have 5 seconds penalties. A bit questionable restart for Kepsi.
What are you doing?
Kepsi is losing position to Elliot already before the turn 1. Trying to go to the inside and stride back onto the hairpin, but nothing happened. Aspect and Kepsi side by side.
Oh, contact!
Kepsi
Again!
is... Oh, yeah, and it is Donau quite far behind, so he had some problems. AJ is fighting with PW Jones, that's fight for position 5. Orfeld is overtaking Kauzo for P13. Glitchchen and Hako, they are swapping positions. Gokai on P6, Glitchchen in front of Hako. Really close behind them.
I don't know what happened with Kepsi. I think he had loads of oversteer at the final corner. Made him go really slow, and Aljat just said, "Thank you very much, I'll have the position."
To be honest, I was on board with him, and it was weird because he decided to reduce the gear mid-corner, and Jimi Hendrix with trouble. He lost a couple of positions, and he is missing end plate on the right side of his car, so not ideal, and Jimmy is retiring. He just crashed onto the wall.
Hoping no safety cars.
No, Donano without end plate as well. Healy fighting with Hako. They're side by side. Copperfan is overtaking Hako because of him fighting with his teammate, and Copperfan makes a double move, promoting himself from P10 to P8. Meanwhile, Kepsi already be out of DRS on Elliot. Obviously, DRS is not active this lap, and Aspect is making a move on the Alpine for P2. There was a minor contact between them. Glitchhen fighting with Gokai. Too wide to turn 8, I believe it is, because and Gokai is Glitchhen actually losing 2 positions now because Copperfan and Healy overtook him. Elliot is running away. Kepsi is struggling with pace to Aspect as well. Aspect actually is closing the gap to Elliot in front. AJ over 1.5 seconds behind them, and he's under the pressure from PW Jones. PW Jones is really close to his gearbox. over there.
Yeah, I think Hendricks got rear-ended as well there, so unfortunate.
Yeah, probably DRS enabled this.
Oh!
Hako is retiring from the session. It looks
He's
like
done.
too aggressive with throttle on the exit of last chicane. And now PW Jones will try to overtake AJ down to turn this 7, 8. Yeah, down to turn 7. They are already side by side. PW Jones didn't even had to go to the inside because he overtake that Red Bull before the braking zone.
Yeah, I
AJ
literally
is
went off Hako's
AJ is
POV.
struggling. A little bit of contact between him and Gokai. Gokai pushed him onto the wall, and I believe AJ got the front wing damage. He's missing the end plate for sure.
Yeah, he is.
So now AJ will be losing a couple of positions. A little bit of contact between Hilly and Copperfan. Orfeld used that incident to get himself promoted, but now he's losing places.
Oh, no!
He crashed with Copperfan.
Glitch has lost his front wing as well. This is a shocker show tonight.
Yeah, I do believe it's because contact between Copperfan and Orfeld just before the braking zone to the hairpin. And meanwhile, Aspect is really close to Elliot. He's attacking him with DRS. He was too far to make a move on turn 1. Kepsi is over 1 second behind them. But he closed up the gap, and Elliot and Aspect side by side. Going for turn 5. Aspect with DRS. Will he be able to make a move on these hard compounds? A little bit of contact between them. Aspect tried to go to the inside, but Elliot placing his car really wise. It looks like PW Jones is closing the gap to leading 3 as well. He's already in DRS range on Kepsi. So does something happen to Elliot? Because he dropped the pace a bit. Glitchhen is overtaking Albini for P7. PW Jones really close to Kepsi. They are side by side. Deep braking, no contact between of them. But PW Jones is under rage right now. Elliot is defending well against Aspect. Kepsi lost DRS to them again, so he will be under even bigger pressure. And Aspect is taking the lead of in this race. He managed to overtake Elliot.
Finally! Someone overtaking Elliot.
Albini heading to the pit and retiring down there. Elliot managed to re-overtake.
Yeah, I think he overtook off the track.
He got the DRS. So
Calzo, who's been in AI all races, done better than most of these EU1 drivers today. He hasn't even raced and he's in P8 in an AI.
But his result won't be counted. Meanwhile, Gokai joined the pack, so it's 5-way battle right now. Aspect is trying to find some space to make another move on Elliot. And Healy is closing the gap to them as well. Kept late braking, almost collecting Aspect. And Gokai spins out! Too aggressive on the throttle, on the exit out of the hairpin, and Gokai is losing a lot of time. Glitchhen managed to get DRS on him. Meanwhile, Hilly is closing the gap all the time to leading 4 right now. And it looks like Hilly will be in that DRS train on the lead. No, his rear wing stayed closed, but he will have DRS here for sure. And Elliot losing 3 positions over there. Kepsi is taking the lead. Oh, and
Oh
a
my
huge
god!
crash! It's PW Johnson Elliot.
Seriously? EU1, man.
Huge crash. Both cars are gone out of the
10
track.
10 people finishing this race. So just keep it on the track and you've got yourself a point.
Still more than EU3. I mean, technically 9 people will finish this race because Calzo is on AI.
Well, makes stuff a bit better, Panda. I agree with that. Half said race ban for everyone. They need to cool off. Honestly, at this point, except Tom. Tom just has kept himself away. Same as Kepsi. Kepsi's kept himself away.
Yeah, I mean, I was speaking with one of the drivers around here, and I do believe I can agree. What did he say? Because it's a huge game of ego. Plenty of these drivers get some huge egos, and they sometimes don't know when to let go to be faster.
Yeah, like these are worse moves than I've
is
ever made.
overtaking Glitch 10 for P6.
No
That's
way
an
that should happen.
AI driving car, but it looks like Glitch 10 end plate is missing. AJ with fastest lap of the race, 30.877.
I want to see it. This is a better battle than we've had all day.
Aspect
I
overtook
want to see
Kepsi,
Glitch and
but
Cal.
I need to mention that Aspect is struggling with battery. We can see his red light is flashing. Hilly and Kepsi really close behind them. So that's all battle for the race win. We have 2.5 lap to go. Donano heading to the pit lane. I believe he will try to steal that fastest lap from Red Bull driver.
Might as well be Q3 at this point. Get Q3 underway and then restart the whole race. But I want sleep, so we can skip that bit. This is just embarrassing. Honestly.
Yes, indeed it is. Kepsi.
But Glitch will cancel the championship down a bit to about 7 points, I think, if I'm right or wrong, in the championship, because obviously Aljack's retired now.
Elliot is retiring, 8 points for P6, I believe. That's the count. So yeah, gap will be 7 points at this stage. But
yeah,
be aware that Glitchhen is got that 5 seconds penalty, and AJ behind him, who is closing the gap, don't have it. Glitchhen with end plate missing, so he might lose a position to Red Bull driver behind him.
Yeah, Stewart's are not sleeping tonight. That's all we know. We just know they're not sleeping tonight. They're going to have to deal with about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 incidents. Jesus.
Probably even more. Glitchhen is losing position to AJ. So that's currently P8 for McLaren driver.
Oh, he doesn't even have a front wing.
But I do believe it's a good point of the race to mention and shoot out Healy, who is reserving from EU2, and he is driving for a podium spot.
He is the only EU2 driver left on the grid tonight.
Yes, indeed he is.
So really, all he has to do is just stay in this position, get the DRS, and he's fine. They can just DRS train each other Kepsi 5 tenths behind, but obviously 6 laps younger tyres.
Yeah, and Aspect was deploying battery really hard. Now we can see that Kepsi is out of battery as well. Glitchen is heading to the pit lane. So new front wing on the play for McLaren driver. He will keep position 9 because Donano is way far behind him to be a threat.
I generally think we have no questions to ask for the top 3
We see
tonight.
yellow flags and it's Gokai. Gokai is
Oh,
spinning
geez.
around.
Yeah, I was about to say,
AJ is overtaking Calzo for P6.
Yeah, I was about to say, as much as we, these interviews are going to be a bit boring tonight, aren't they? Because
Yeah, and
what questions is there to ask? We had safety cars basically
and
all race,
Aspect
everyone
is
crashing.
taking a checkered flag for his race win. Kepsi P2, Healy on P3. Gokai is
Didn't
heading
even
to
realise.
the line to cross the line as 4th driver.
I didn't even realise it was the end of the race, sorry there.
And AJU close to Copperfan. Orval with 3-second time penalty for track limits. And AJ is overtaking Copperfan on the last turn for P5. Copperfan is losing 400ths of a second to AJ. Calzo is taking the checkered flag as 7th driver, but his result won't count. Orfeld crossing the line as 8th driver, so that will be P7 for him. Donano going slowly to the finish lane to cross the line as 9th driver, so he will be counted as 8th one. And and he almost crashed himself onto the last onto the chicane exit. He's crossing the line. Glitched hand is the last one to finish the line. It's P10, but after all, that will be P9 for McLaren driver. So Glitched hand managed only to close that gap by 2 points.
Yeah, if you see in the EU1 announcement, we just had Ricky. He is not happy. I'm not going to read the message because it might be confidential for the stream. But I just want to say he is not happy tonight. And for me and you, we are not happy tonight because of that. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this race was confusing, like half of the race with safety car period, but here is our podium seaters, Aspect, Kepsi and Healy. AJ with fastest lap of the race on P5. Actually, Elliott and PW Jones have +4 laps, but they didn't complete it 90% of the race, so their result won't be counted. So AJ, PW Jones, Albini, Hako, Jimi Hendrix, Bryson, Borgia, Jamie James, Mugiwar and Tom H. Those are victims of streets of Singapore. Now let's quickly change the scene and try to invite our podium seaters for the interviews.
See if we can get them in first.
Yeah, let's play a bit of music and wait for podium seaters.
Hilly can't do it.
Hi.
So. Oh, hello, Aspect.
Oh, you're a little bit muted for me. Oh, because I puts Twitch Calyx all the way down. Right, there we go. Try to speak now.
Oh, that's a bit rude.
Yes,
Oh.
indeed. Hilly mentioned that he can't do this. How about Kepsi? We will give him 30 seconds more, so just please be patient, Aspike.
Yeah, it's just suspect tonight for interviews. So more questions.
Okay, so Aspect, congratulations on your race win. I believe it
Man,
is maiden one for you.
man, first race, first win. It's mental because the tires. I started on the mediums. I thought that there was a few safety cars at the start. I thought I could try push this like what lap 20 and see what I can do. And then I just thought the tires were falling off. So I followed Cooper in the pits, and we had a safety car like 2 laps later. And it just kind of put hope back into me because I got told by my engineer the drivers ahead didn't pit for new tires, so they were pretty much fucked.
Yeah, I mean, for your point of view as a driver, it was pretty boring race because half of the race you were on the safety car period. Uh,
Yeah, it would have been nicer if we got more racing action, but I guess without the safety car, I wouldn't be doing this interview for the first and hopefully not the last time.
I mean, uh, your fight with Elliot at some point was quite enjoyable. To be honest, I do believe it was first overtake on Ferrari driver we've seen this season. So
Um,
that's a
I
huge
thought I
shootout
thought
for
them
you as
two
well.
I thought them two Ferraris are being quite questionable in my opinion. Because
Uh,
I had what's his name, the championship leader. He kept on braking early. He kept on pushing me back into keepsy.
Elliot, aged.
Yeah, him.
Okay, so that's a job for stewards, not for us. But we are happy that you shared us about this. Caxel, to be honest,
Well,
after what I've seen, I'm speechless. So Aspect is all
yeah,
yours.
I don't really have that many questions. You won, didn't you? I suppose. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a nice drive by you. Obviously, the safety cars helped you as well. Obviously, 5 safety cars and then loads of crashes as well at the same time. Well, I can't really ask you how your race went because it was just strategy calls, in my opinion. Um, but some of your moves today was good. Talk me through your favourite one and who with.
Um, I I don't think I got a clip of it, but I have this full race replay saved. It was a lap where the Ferrari and the AlphaTauri both crashed out. PW Jones sent it down inside, heading into turn 4. I braked a bit early. I got a switchback on him. That was probably my favorite one by far because if I didn't do that switchback, if I got caught and tangled up, I wouldn't have. Yeah, I just wouldn't have been able
Yeah,
to.
you wouldn't have finished the race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mentioned about that if someone is crashing close in front of you and you don't have time to reaction, it's just a matter of luck. No matter how fast your reaction will be, it's just a matter of luck.
Yeah, I mean, it also comes down to a bit of skill as well because that's something. It does come down to luck. I agree with you on that, but then again, it has to also come down to the fact of skill because you can't just let's say some guy's got the game on his first date. You've got to practice that over time. You just can't do that on your first try. You have to practice what you do.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm for sure agree with you. It's practice and practice and more practice. Even if you're joining the dirtiest open lobby on the earth, you will still get some proper practice after
Right.
all, thanks to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, once again, congratulations on your maiden win. I
Thank
do
you.
believe it was a fully deserved one. Caxel, thank you for joining me tonight as well. It's always a pleasure to be with you over here. Uh,
Yep, that's fine. Thank you very much.
All I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna go
say,
into that VC and
All I'm gonna say before you
see
turn
how
the,
those drivers are.
all I'm gonna say before you turn the stream off, I hope you all enjoyed watching me race, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, your race was quite enjoyable if we can speak about enjoyable race tonight. But yeah, your show was, let's say, the bright sparkle around this whole mess around tonight.
Yeah.
So
Tonight was messy. I was expecting to be taken out into turn one, but my teammate he got. I don't know what happened, but my teammate got taken out on one of the safety car restarts, and I thought that was
yeah,
it was
and
a bit odd.
for the chatters, thank you all for joining us tonight as well. In a couple of hours, we have AM1 race at Marina Bay. This will be the final race on the Singapore this season, and we will see you at Monday for EU4 at Monza. Until the next time.